Did you know that renowned investor Cathie Wood predicts continued growth in Tesla stock? Even with all of the problems that beset the electric vehicle manufacturer shares, Wood has always been seen as a Tesla bull. You surely wouldn't want to miss this one because Wood bases her projections on a careful analysis of the evidence that is already available. In this scenario, all stocks are undoubtedly struggling as the market tries to gauge how far the Fed will go and how deep this recession will go. Tesla is a solution to the problem, as I mentioned, Cathie Wood says in a recent Yahoo Finance interview. In the financial world, who is Cathie Wood, and why is her opinion relevant? Cathie Wood is an American investor, a renowned stock picker, and the founder, CEO, and CIO of ARK Invest, a $60 billion corporation that makes investments in cutting-edge technologies like genomics and self-driving cars, according to Forbes. Because of her ability to persuade others with her investing arguments and her track record of success supporting her surprisingly astute claims, Cathie Wood is frequently referred to as the most underappreciated investor in the game. Cathie Wood offers monthly updates on a variety of topics, including innovations, expectations in her area of expertise, monetary and economic policy, and her thoughts on Fed decisions. The United States Central Bank, the Federal Reserve System, or simply the Fed, is in charge of overseeing the country's financial and monetary systems. In a recent interview, Wood was asked by Yahoo Finance anchor Julie Hyman if the ARK Invest leader's warning about an economic shock also affected the stock price and financial performance of the firm while Wood had long-term stakes in Tesla. According to Wood, the market is struggling to determine how far the Fed will go and how severe the recession will be, which is causing problems for all stocks. But according to Wood, Tesla has a fix for the issue. The fact that the United States summertime petrol demand fell to levels not seen since 1997 is quite interesting. That's actual demand destruction, and we don't think it could have happened if electric cars hadn't been gradually stealing significant market share from conventional cars, adds Wood. Nevertheless, Wood thinks that rather than focusing on the rapidly growing EV market, worries ought to be directed at the established car sector. We think that gas-powered vehicles are going to be obsolete within the next 5 to 10 years, and the traditional auto industry has to figure out a way to migrate into electric vehicles, said Wood. Wood claims that several advances in the auto business pose a threat to the traditional auto sector and, by extension, traditional automakers. Wood cited Tesla's self-driving taxi platform as an illustration of this kind of creative transformation. The host of Yahoo Finance inquired about Tesla CEO Elon Musk's embarrassing incident on Twitter as well. It turns out that Cathie Wood, the CEO and founder of ARK Invest, has positive views on Twitter and Musk's acquisition of it. Wood stated, "We utilize Twitter." Insightful opinion, Wood replied that ARK has the ability to filter disputes. Twitter is interesting because there is a lot of discussion about ARK's own tactics. We can filter this discussion and unfollow users who we believe are engaging in inappropriate behavior. We can also follow users who we believe are advancing conversations, whether they are about innovation or the economy. Thus, I believe that a great deal of intelligence exists, Wood continued. She also expressed how they're becoming a little tired of the absurd content on different social media sites and how Twitter will help them cut through the clutter and focus on what really matters. After continuing the interview, Julie Hyman, host of Yahoo Finance, informed Wood that her 3 to 5 year time horizon entails general election proofing your portfolio, in addition to recession proofing your companies or just your portfolio in general. Hyman went on to question the head of ARK Invest on how she finds disruptive innovation that isn't impacted by political or governmental agendas. Replied Wood, "We have a 6-metric scoring system very much focused on innovation." According to Wood, one of the scores in ARK's 6-metric scoring system is thesis risk, which is presumably heavily influenced by public policy. In the early days of ARK in 2014 and 15, we were thinking, okay, government may be very concerned about the safety of autonomous vehicles, but as we've moved through these last 8 years, what we've seen, thankfully, is the government and regulators in particular very focused on data. Wood stated, "Data indicates that human error accounts for 85 to 90% of automobile fatalities." Having stated that, Wood came to the conclusion that 40,000 lives will be spared in the US alone if humans are eliminated from the picture. Around 1.25 million automotive accidents occur worldwide, so Wood is happy to see that regulators are looking into Tesla vehicle fatalities. Wood also stated that most of those accidents were the result of human mistake, which was reported. The officials told them that Teslas are up to 40% safer than most other cars, and that drivers are much safer thanks to the numerous automated driving capabilities. We're very focused on what governments are studying in terms of the data, and if they stick to the data, innovation typically solves problems and makes the world a better place, Wood explains. It goes without saying that Cathie Wood, the CEO and creator of ARK Invest, values innovation greatly. Actually, ARK Invest is positive on Tesla since they only pay attention to disruptive innovation. To be more precise, when talking about the investment philosophy underpinning Cathie Wood's extraordinarily successful ARK Invest asset management fund, words like disruptive innovation and convergence constantly seem to surface. ARK Invest is so confident in Elon Musk's Tesla business that the stock accounts for a whole 10% of the fund's total capitalization. Cathie Wood's financial strategy aligns well with Tesla, which explains her strong belief in the electric vehicle firm. Furthermore, Tesla is a disruptor in the transportation industry, which is right out of Cathie Wood's playbook given that ARK looks for trailblazers and people who are revolutionizing their respective industries. Although Tesla is not the only electric vehicle company in the market, it is the frontrunner and sets the pace for its competitors in the fight for the best raise. Recently, as shares of the Elon Musk-led electric vehicle manufacturer dropped to their lowest point in 11 weeks, Cathie Wood's ARK Invest doubled down on an ambitious investment while analysts remained optimistic. As it prepares for third quarter earnings, the company can endure deteriorating economic conditions, according to ARK. Reports on everyday transactions. Based on the closing price of the stock, two of the firm's funds, including its flagship ARK Innovation ETF, acquired 132,213 shares of Tesla in total, amounting to a holding worth around $32 million. The deals were made the day after Tesla announced that it delivered a record 343,000 cars in the third quarter, up from 241,300 in the same period last year, but less than the approximately 365,000 cars that optimistic analysts had predicted. The largest holding of ARK's flagship fund, which has lost more than 60% of its value this year, is over 3 million Tesla shares valued at over $739 million. This represents approximately 10% of the fund's assets, with the remaining 8% going to Zoom Video Communications and 7% to Roku. Wood projects a $4,600 price point for Tesla stock in 2026. During the next 4 or more years, investors would earn an average of $44 per year from Tesla shares, assuming that would be mid-year. To find out the precise performance of Tesla stock, visit Moomoo. All things considered, CEO and founder of ARK Invest Cathie Wood is still much more optimistic about Tesla shares. Strongly advocating for innovation, Wood consistently expresses her support for Tesla and its next cutting-edge initiatives. In order to support the continued growth of our community, please subscribe to this channel.